When I started up the Bluick, I had mentioned that the trunk light is burned out and needs to be replaced. So today, that's what we're going to do, but nothing is ever easy for me. Let me show you what I'm talking about. See, there's the bulb. It's a number 89. But the problem is, I don't want to touch it. The glass has separated from the base of it. Not a good thing. It does look like the entire fixture just dismounts, which might be something to look into. Problem is, the fuses in this car are cylindrical glass fuses, and I don't want to blow that. So it might be wise to disconnect the battery first. The reason I say that is because if I go twisting that around trying to remove it, and the little wires inside the bulb or inside the base short out, not good. Let's see if the fixture just wants to come out. Okay, the screw turns. There's a screw and a washer. This way at least I could see what's going on. Okay, there's no washer, just a screw. Okay, we can deal with that. So put that in the pocket so we don't lose it. The fixture comes down. Oh, you know, I might get lucky and be able to simply grab that with a pair of pliers and get it out that way. Let's see. Hopefully this is going to work. All right. I'm just too chicken shit to do it. And I don't want to blow that fuse. I really didn't want to disconnect the battery, but at least I took that down. That's going to be handy. Oh, actually, right now it's safe. I don't need to. Look at that. There's one wire here, which is the positive wire. The screw connecting to the trunk lid is ground. We're actually safe. There. That wasn't bad. And hopefully you can see it's loose. This is a number 89 bulb. And I had just mentioned in passing that if anybody had any extras that they wanted to send, that would be nice. Well, I mean, the response was absolutely overwhelming. Lexmarks567 said, "What? LED? Oh, shit." Well, they're free, you know. I have trepidations about this because it doesn't fit the car. Why he sent me LEDs, I don't know. I do like LEDs, but the Bluick kind of has to be more or less kind of original-ish. But I guess I'll use it because I got it. So this should be a cinch now. Okay, that just fits. I need the screw. I have that kind. And it's going to flicker, it's going to flash, it's going to do all kinds of bad stuff until I get it mounted. But that's okay. I mean, it's LED. You know, turning it on and off, it'll last forever. Everybody knows that. Oh, yeah. It works. I don't know what the hell it hit. Something. Okay. Get that ready. All right, that'll do. I mean, that was actually a lot easier than I had anticipated. Like I said, it is a warm white, so it's got that going for it. Hopefully you can see that. Yeah. These trunk lights on these old cars didn't light up. They weren't good for anything, really. They didn't light up much. So that was great. It puts out more light. There is no reflector or anything in here, so most of the light is wasted in the trunk. It just, I don't know, they thought to put one in that, and that's what they did. I don't know. It's like, it's not worth pursuing any further. So I guess that's kind of that. And that's what the LED looks like installed. Everything back in place. It's too bad it lights up the inside of the trunk like that and not really cascade down, but at least the 3 LEDs there will help, and whatever else bounces out of that opening will help also to provide a little more light. So that's good. I did, however, want to check. I know this bulb here used to work. That goes with the parking lights and that. So I know that used to work. I don't know if it still does. It's, again, not really a big deal because I don't drive the car at night and during the day either. Let's see. Oh good, it does. You see how dim though? I'm not going to touch it because it's there, it's working. So obviously you don't mess with success. But it's there, and that's all good. The reason that I came out here for this was a couple of reasons. One, to change the bulb. And as far as disconnecting the battery, not doing that now, which I think is better. But I need to replace the stickers on the windshield, and I could have the door open for a long time. So maybe we'll fire it up. See, this is why I didn't want to disconnect the battery. It's greasy. That's good. That was the synthetic grease that Dynatrack and I put on there when we replaced the battery over the summer. And I don't want to touch that if I don't have to. This is a replacement. I could get a new one, but I think this was a new one on the positive that they did a shitty job with, and it failed, so I had to replace it, and there's that. But the positive might have to actually, I'm sorry, the negative might actually have to cut the wire and strip it, and I don't know how that's done unless that was an old one that was made out of lead and they kind of crimped it on or something like that. I don't know. Nothing more to really check here because everything else is good, so let's get right into it. Okay. Now this time, because the engine had run maybe a week or so ago, we don't have to play any games with oil pieces or anything. I think we'll give it 4. Just because it's been a good week and gauges are good. Car passing. Here we go. Still needed to get some gas in the carbonator. that misfire? They're totally different. All right, let's give her some revs. Total bag of shit. A little better now. Now she sounds about right. Still cold, but hey, it's working. Had to get gas in the carbonator. Yeah, she's running good now. Besides the damn belt. But again, once she gets a little heat in her, that'll be better. Woo! Don't breathe that. Burning rubber, damn, that's terrible. Yeah, she's doing her thing. Windy here, of course, because of the fan, but that's what it does, you know. Looks good. I'm going to let her run for a while. Now she's got a little heat in her. Hasn't opened the thermostat or anything, but the belt won't squeal now. You know, it's funny to think, right? If you ever revved your car up to 2,000, 2,500 RPM or had somebody else do it, and you could look at the engine compartment, it's loud. It's goddamn loud. And when you're driving on the highway doing 60, you're pulling 2,000 or 2,500 Gs, or RPMs, I should say. And it sounds like that, but you don't hear it. I think she calmed down a little last time. You know, the engine is getting hot, warm, but we haven't opened the thermostat yet. Now we're running right. No real misfires except for the weird sounds. Definitely doing what it should. Well, it just stalled. Did it really run out of fuel? Okay. It sputtered as such. I don't know if it'll restart. Okay, that was unexpected. See, here's the thing. I put a gallon in this thing. How could it have burned a gallon just sitting here idling for 30 minutes? We got a little heat in there now. Great. Now, if we're lucky, it's going to just pick up and keep running, but it's going to take some cranking for it to pump fuel from the tank. It may or may not go. May not have put enough in the tank, or it could just be dead. I don't know. It seemed to fire before when it got a little fuel in it, and like I said, it did sputter like it was dying. Let me see if I got a can of stuff. Well, not really. Not really handy. So we'll just try putting a splash in the carbonator. I don't know when it's going to go. It's probably way too much. We'll give it a second. That's the second time this thing ran out of gas. First time I was going to the gas station, and just as I rolled in, it died. Wow, that was fun. That was the first time that I ever poured fuel in the carbonator. Now, it's possible that if I continued to crank it, it would eventually suck up some fuel, but the fact that we were able to fire the engine, which is then running at a much higher RPM, is moving that fuel pump. This is how it goes, folks. Moving that fuel pump arm in and out much faster, pumping much more. So there we go. It ran out of gas. Great. That was good. Thermostat is just barely opening now. Alright, so I know that before I bring this to the gas station, I got to dump a full gallon in this thing just to get there. My dad had a 69 Pontiac Grand Prix. That was his first car, and he said driving that thing, I could watch the gas gauge go down as I drove. Of course, gas was 37 cents a gallon, but it's all relative. All right, she runs. Now we got the thermostat open. Just opening now. Wow. Well, that was fun. Alright, good. So I should probably just dump the rest of this can that I have in there, but I gotta save on that a little because I need to mow and everything, although the mower I think has a mostly full tank. Anyway, we'll give her a hot restart just to do it. That was a real good clunk. That was a really good clunk on that one that I spoke about in the first startup video. One more for good measure. Not so much that time. You don't always get it. Sometimes you do, sometimes you don't. But that had a real good jib, you know, like really took off. Pretty nice that time. That's when they're dialed in. That's when they're dialed in. Man, that's awesome. Okay, that's enough. That's gonna do it for now. I'll have to get some more gas and all that great shit. Thanks so much for watching. This turned out to be a lot more. I should have just disconnected the battery, but there we go. And I need the rest of that gas for, I think, Wednesday when they're power washing the fence here. That's going to do it. Hit like, hit subscribe. Thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate it. And take care. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.